This looks like fake.
Very tricky.
I'm really nervous. Woo! We got it right. Hi, I'm Katie Kutskill, the president of Is It Leather, a global campaign for advocating for real leather.
And I'm Yusuf Osman. I'm a lawyer turned leather craftsman and leather advocate, and I am the creative director of YUSSICO.
I'm Tanner Leatherstein, the chief storyteller at Leathertainment Media and chief craftsman at PEGAI. And we are here to play the APLF challenge.
I would say this is so uniform.
Yeah, but look, they both have the fibers on. But this looks like fake because that looks like a fabric.
Yeah, this one is real leather because of the cross section.
Yeah.
Very,
look at
very
this.
tricky choice though. But
that was a tricky choice.
has a very variant grain pattern. You guys are setting us up.
Yeah, that was an embossed
because this is
variation.
allowing us to see the variation. And this is so uniform.
Yeah.
So you would want to go for this.
Very tricky.
But we're going to do a double bluff.
But the cross section is the giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the real one. I'm really nervous now.
Yeah, me too. Don't want to fail confidently.
The suspense. Woo! We got it right. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Save face.
We're real pro.
Couldn't set us up.
That it's real leather.
If I'm looking at the grain only, I would go for that one. But I have the luxury to look at the cross section,
Just about see it.
which tells me it's a leather cross section. On the other one, you see the base is not leather. So the side part. But this is much more uniform, making us think this is fake, actually.
And so if a consumer is looking at it on a product, they may well go for this one because on the look of it, it would fool them. And actually, if we were not able to see the side, we would also be fooled.
Without touching.
Just by look, which means it's so difficult for consumers to actually know the difference.
And the other way I usually look is flipping it over to see the underside, or like if you're in a bag or something and you can look at the inside. But you guys made that tricky to see because you can usually see the fabric underneath.
But on a finished product, again, the consumer would just have
Yeah.
a look.
And maybe even aligned.
And they would be fooled by this one.
Yeah. I want to.
All right.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Try that one.
Yep. Yep. I forgot which one it is and which one.
Okay.
Which, no. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, let me touch that one more time.
Yep. I need to make sure which one is which. Yeah. Yep.
That's real.
Uh-huh. This one's fake.
Yeah.
This one's the real.
Yeah. Real. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is
There,
that your final answer?
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
a decision. Yeah. Let me.
Is it our final answer? Yeah.
Final, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
number one is
Yeah.
real,
Is real.
2 is fake.
And then you can flip it and you can
Yes.
find it.
We know leather.
You can get a credit card out of your wallet. Close your eyes, you touch your skin. And then close your eyes, you touch your credit card. You know the difference, right? You don't need to see it. Almost the same thing. It's just the vibe. Like, it's seeing by your fingers. Like, you're getting that vibration of the leather because leather is a natural material. It gives you a better feeling, a different feeling, where plastic is almost dead. Like, there is no excitement to your fingers.
Makes sense.
So my experience was automotive. So the words I would use when I felt it is this feels like, we called it froggy, like very like slippery almost, you could tell, and it doesn't have the drape is what we call it. Like this doesn't, if I hold it in our hand, it doesn't actually do anything. It just, so when I was touching it, I was trying to feel, that's why I asked if I could grab it, because then this has memory, it goes back. But look at this. It's really organic in how it feels. That's the drape of the product, so that's what I was feeling
And
for.
again, you tried to trick us because this one doesn't have a backing, so it could feel like a real synthetic,
Yeah.
a real suede, because they're very similar. It doesn't have a lining that is usually polyester. So by feeling alone, you could also be fooled with that, but this one feels more natural, like a real suede.
The last thing I did, which was kind of weird, is that I put my finger along the edge because you can feel how thick the finish is. The finish is the coating that they use. So like if you have a coating on real leather, it's gonna be almost 40 times less on real leather than what's on the fake. So I could feel how sharp this was because it's just plastic that's layered on top. Real leather has this nice soft, very almost, friendly feel. So that's another thing I did.
Real leather has a little makeup. Other one is a whole plastic surgery. So that's
I love that.
yeah.
These are recycled
for
leather
sure.
earrings.
Is vegan leather durable?
But
Wow,
there's
can
not
we even
such a
say
thing.
vegan leather? Yes.
Vegan leather is the fancy, virtuous term that they use for plastic today.